All right, our next guest, we've had her on before, and this time she's in Sweden. We could actually see her face now, so it's super nice to see her again. Well, not again; it's the first time that we've actually seen you. But welcome back to the Wing Sauce Podcast, Sammy Kolowrat. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
We're great. We're out for a little fika.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, now we need the backstory on it. Explain real quick why fika is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, Fika. Yep.
Okay, so we were talking before.
See, I killed that one.
Yeah, that was nice, Tyler. Good job. Yeah, we were just talking about coffee before we started recording, and Sammy, you mentioned that you guys over in Sweden drink coffee at all hours of the day, and there's actually a word, and the word is fika, right? That's it. Yep. So yeah. That's a little behind the scenes for the listeners of what goes on before we record. We talk about new words and coffee. So
yeah. I'm very interested in trying to speak new languages, even though I failed miserably at all of them. But yeah, I'm going to, you know what? So last time that we had you on, you played for the Metropolitan Riveters of the NWHL, which is now the PHL. Yes. PHF.
Is it PHF? It might be.
It's
PHL.
something federation.
I don't know. Yeah,
Federation.
It reminded me of. I told the boys, I was like, it reminds me of a Russian hockey league, like with the federation style, like the name.
Honestly.
I was like, sounds kind of Russian, but whatever.
Makes it sound more intimidating. Like,
it does.
Yeah, like it's run by a mafia.
Yeah, you're like, whoa. Okay.
Right. No, but
around.
No. So Sammy was playing for the Riveters last time, and now you're with Brynäs. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Brynäs. That's pretty good. No,
yeah. Good. Screw you guys.
Of the SDHL.
Yes. In Sweden. So where in Sweden?
So I'm based out of a little town. Well, not even little. It's kind of a decently sized city called Gävle. It's about an hour and a half north of Stockholm.
Oh, nice.
So we're right on the coast, which is super cool. Yeah, it's like a little hub of its own. So it's not too far from everything. So that's kind of nice to be a little bit kind of in the middle. So our road trips aren't totally awful everywhere we go. So
yeah, like what's your furthest one?
The furthest we'll go is like way up north, and that's like depends if it's snowing. I've heard, I haven't gone yet, so I don't know, but I've heard it's anywhere from like 8 to 12 hours
on a bus, right?
On a bus, and it's a double-decker bus, so it's cool. Everyone has like a bunch of seats, but like, you know, if it's the dead of winter and it's snowing and it's freezing outside, it's not, you know, not ideal. Not ideal.
Isn't there like a study level and a party level on those?
I wish. I mean, you know what, the coaches would probably argue that the bottom level where they are, yeah, that's where the party is. We hear them laughing when we're on the top level, like hysterically laughing. We're like, damn, they're having a great time now.
They're just talking shit about all the players.
Yeah, probably
it's like she's healthy
shots down there. Yeah, and we're just all sleeping in the second level of the bus, just like hanging out watching Netflix, and they're just like cackling away down there. I'm like, damn, what are they doing? Why is my invite to the first level? So
oh, that's great.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
So so you had your first season with the Riveters, you played in the bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so how many games was that? How many games did you guys play?
We managed to get 3 in, but we were supposed to have anywhere from like 6 to 8 probably. Yeah. But I'm sure, as you know, our team was the first one booted out of the bubble because of the COVID. So sorry, I laughed because it was just like so. Like, it's so sad because everyone's looking forward to it, and like literally my team's the first team to go, and I'm just like, yes.
Can you explain that a little bit of like what the process looked like? Because you guys are excited, you're in the bubble. Who tells you how do you figure out everything? Like, are you in your room, or are you like going to leave somewhere and they're like, no, pump the brakes, you're out of here? Like, how did that work? How did they tell you guys?
Yeah, so basically we each got our own hotel room. We got food delivered to us. And the only time that we ever like met up as a team was when we were going to the rink. And like the whole time that we were there, we had masks on, so we were like limiting exposure. But basically, we got COVID tested a bunch going into the bubble and then during the bubble. So then, of course, the reason for us getting booted was because of everyone started getting COVID. And that came to us in like a group message and then like a formal statement from the league. And then we were told we gotta get our butts out of there or stay in quarantine for another 10 days. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm negative. I'm going home. Like, I'm not staying here.
This is an easy choice.
Job. Yeah. I was like, I got a job back home. Like, kind of need to get my butt out. I was like one of the only 5 people who didn't end up catching it. So I was lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird because you're just by yourself in your room getting food delivered to you and just like, all right, just me, myself, and I. So
I mean, that's gotta be a weird process, especially in like, playoff hockey, if you will, not having like that team camaraderie. So
yeah,
were you guys practicing at all or not practicing?
I think we had like 1 or 2 practices when we first got there. And then from that point on, it was just games, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting all mixed up because we did the same thing at the World Championship. So like I'm just getting all kinds of confused.
No, you're good.
But I'm pretty sure we had like 1 or 2 practices and we went straight into games. But obviously we weren't there for that long, so I don't know what it would have been like.
Right. No, I was just kind of curious, what that process looked like, especially with you guys not being able to see each other in the hotel room, kind of just being stuck in your rooms. If you were able to practice, if it's like, hey, come to games, that's it, go back to your hotel. Have a good day.
I mean, we had like 1 or 2 practices, and then it was just like, here we go, game day.
You have to wear. Did you guys have to wear masks while you were practicing?
No, thank God, we did not have to wear masks, just because they consider a rink kind of like an outdoor area. So
Gotcha.
We didn't have to, but we even wore them like walking out to the rink, like walking out to the ice. We took them off, and then we'd get on the ice, and then as soon as we come off, we put them back on. So they tried, their best to limit the amount of exposure that we had without them on.
So on the bench while you're playing games, did you have masks on or no?
No.
I didn't think
that's when you really need
normal.
to catch your breath. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have those
like,
things on.
I was gonna be like 2 inhalers in my hand if that was the case. Like I wouldn't make it.
I'm pretty sure Hockey East implemented a rule that you had to wear a mask like while playing, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was just while practicing.
Yeah. No, I think I saw some of the girls, at least at UVM, they had like the masks inside their helmets that they played with, which I honestly don't know how they did that without passing out. So
I would have passed out in 10 seconds.
Oh, I would have been done.
It's like that clear shield, isn't it?
No,
we had it was like a
mask,
full on like black mask. Yeah. Attached to the inside of your helmet.
Dang. I've only seen like the little like the face guards.
Yeah.
Like some of the kids that I coached had those too. And I'm like, how do you breathe in that?
No.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to. Luckily they can stick handle with their head up, but it'd be pretty. I feel like a mask would still get in the way of me looking down.
You can't see your hands at all. Like if you look down and like I'm looking
it's limited
at my
sight.
hands.
Yeah.
So.
I was like, I'm looking down. I'm not dead Sook or something. All right. I need to look at the puck on my stick.
Exactly.
Make sure it's still there.
Exactly. Yeah. So thankfully we did not have that kind of a situation. So.
But that's kind of a bummer though. I mean, like they get all this stuff organized and say like, oh yeah, we're going to have a season in the bubble. And then you get 3 games in and then they just kind of let you know, well, we tried and didn't work.
Yeah. I think the hardest part was when they basically did like kind of like I guess I would call it like a reboot where they did like a mini playoff series.
Yeah.
And they just didn't include our team. I think we were all kind of annoyed about that because we were like,
yeah, there's 16.
Everyone
just
else
let
got
everyone
to
play.
Yeah, everyone else got to play except us. Like, what do you guys have against us? And like, I know the league had their reasoning and stuff, but I was bummed because I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, listen, it's not like we wanted to like get COVID and like not play. So
it's like, oh man, I can't wait to pass it on.
The Rona Riveters.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then I was like, first of all, we didn't even get to play Boston Pride, so they might not have won if they had played us. I'm not saying that they wouldn't have won.
Mallory,
you never know.
She's coming for you. She saw your rings that you guys posted, and she says that should be the Riveters on there.
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever. It's not like you guys played us, so.
Oh yeah,
I like
With
it.
an asterisk.
I like it.
with an asterisk for sure.
Yeah.
So, but now you're in Sweden. So talk to us about that because
wait. We can't skip over Worlds. So correct me if I'm wrong. Worlds was
Very
canceled
true.
for women's, correct? It was canceled. There was no Worlds going to happen. And then shortly thereafter, they had some, a lot of feedback saying, yeah, you better have Worlds because you just had men's. And then that's when they implemented Worlds for women's, correct?
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of hubbub about like why. Well, first of all, the biggest thing that I was annoyed about was that the fact that we were literally packing. So in May, we were packing our bags to fly out the next day. And we have a meeting in our locker room that night before we fly out the next morning saying, oh, they canceled everything. So I was like, could you have maybe canceled it like a little bit sooner? Like some teams were already there, so thankfully we hadn't left and flown our butts to Canada, but like, it was so disappointing and just like so frustrating that we literally got told like the day before we were going to leave. And then we were just like waiting for a couple weeks to find out whether we were going to even like have Worlds. I was like, do I train? Do I not train? Like, do I have to be skated? Like, no one really knew what was going on. So then thankfully, of course, they got it together for August, so we could have something. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of noise about, hey, why would you have men's and then not be able to pull off women's, same resources, that sort of thing.
Valid question.
So
yeah.
How many times have you appeared at Worlds? Just so everyone knows.
I think that was my 6th World Championship.
She lost count.
Right.
Honestly,
I'm looking at her hockey DB. It's World Juniors under 18, World Juniors under 18, World Juniors under 18. I don't know what D1A is, but then Worlds. Pretty much every year, just so everyone knows, constantly she's representing her country. So not a big deal.
I try.
Like someone's got to do it.
No, I'm very fortunate to have been able to be a part of the national team program for as long as I have. I feel old. I feel very old.
They just give you a key to the building.
I wish that'd be super
just show
nice.
up.
That'd be super nice. But no, I mean, especially with all the coaching changes we've had, it's like you got like one coach and then you have him for 2 years, and then you got to prove yourself again, and then you got to do the same thing after he was, the other coach is replaced. Like, oh my God, every single year you got to like show up and be ready to like make the team. It's not to say it's a guaranteed spot, but especially with like all the coaching changes we've had, I was like, it's definitely stressful to show up and like not have any expectations there. So
one thing I don't think we touched on last time we had you is that process of getting onto that world team. So you mentioned it's kind of like a tryout process. So how does that work? Do they kind of invite you?
I was gonna say, do they invite you to the tryout, or can anybody show up if you are over a certain caliber?
Yeah. So a lot of the times.
He's like, I'm here for the USA.
Should I just show up?
Yeah, I'm here for the USA tryout.
I'm here to make the world championship team.
Yeah, exactly. So basically I think what a lot of the coaches have a list of players from like previous years, and oh my goodness, hold on. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. And so then they invite you to a camp. They keep calling me. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Bring him on.
It's my goalie from UVM, so she would probably be like super excited. But and anyway, so they have like a list of people usually, and then you get invited to different camps during the year, and then they make cuts closer and closer to Worlds. And then we usually have like a camp that will go right before. So this year we had a camp that had like 40 girls in May, and then they make cuts after the first week, and then they make cuts after the second week, and they have the final roster there. So just basically like a big pool, and then they get dwindled down as the camps kind of go on. So and especially because the pool isn't that big in the Czech Republic, like kind of everyone knows each other or knows of each other. So any girls that have kind of played like in Sweden or in the States or Canada or Russia, like everyone, all the coaches and all the players kind of know of each other. So it's not like we have a huge pool to choose from, but it's kind of how it works.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So with this being your 6-1, you're playing with relatively the same group, no?
Yeah, I mean, most of the girls that I think most of the girls on the team, a lot of them I've known since I was like 13, played with them at World Juniors, played with them against boys, played against a lot of them in college too. So it's really, really
That's
cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it's like really kind of a family, which is really, really cool and special that, you know, I don't know if a lot of other national team programs have that kind of like atmosphere or like relationship with each other, but it's really, really cool to have been able to say that we've played together for like 12, 15 years or whatever, you know. So
yeah, you've seen each other through all the stages, all the awkward stages and stuff.
All the gross stages. You see, we got like the gross like prepubescent photos getting put in the Snapchat group of people being like, oh my god, you used to have brown curly hair and glasses and braces. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah. With guys, it was more like, oh, you actually went with like that look for a while, like the hairstyle and stuff. Like, oh, you had a faux hawk, you had
oh, you got a bowl cut, don't play.
No, I actually I went through like a Jersey Shore phase.
Oh god, that's even worse.
It was so.
She's like, hold on, I'm leaving.
It was so bad, but actually so good. Because I look back at photos now. I look back at photos now, and I'm like, I'm so glad that was like such a short phase. Like I
don't remember that. When was it?
It was junior year.
You're gonna have to send some pictures to the group.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
I was the worst too. I was the worst. I wore like tap out shirts and
oh my god,
and affliction, dude. It was so bad. And I had a big like chain like cross necklace and everything. Oh yeah, I used to gel my hair, dude. It was so bad.
I need pictures. I need pictures.
I'll get them. I'll get them from the archives. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, but I looked like a total douche, but it was cool.
But nobody would mess with him when they saw the tap out shirt.
Oh yeah,
they knew. Yeah. He had hands.
It's like, do you want to catch these? I will. I'll let you catch these hands.
You want to catch them?
Oh my god,
that's bad.
Check mic 1 2. You're like no feedback.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
that's special.
So guys, what were your weird stages?
I was.
You gotta share now.
No. I thought at one time I was like an emo kid. I used to have like, the emo hair.
Oh, I went through that too, dude.
Tyler,
everyone's had that phase.
Dude, I went through every phase. I carved AFI into the bottom of my skateboard.
I was just an awkward looking kid. I don't know if I went through. I mean, I had the long hair, but that was just like when I was older and knowingly chose a long hair. That I wouldn't really call that like a.
That was like hockey flow.
Yeah, that was back when I was playing.
I got a perm one time. I got a perm.
You did.
I swear, I might be able to find the picture. I know for a fact I got a perm. I was like,
that was a conscious decision.
Like 12. Yeah. I was like 12 or 13.
That doesn't happen by accident, does it, Sammy?
Yeah.
You got in the car and like drove over to get that done.
You paid for that.
No. Actually, full disclosure, my grandmother did it because she's a hairstylist. So I didn't technically pay. Yeah, so I didn't technically pay for it.
You let her practice on you. What a grandson.
I know, right?
Good job. That's the story you want to go with, by the way.
That's love right there.
just let's get the story. Let's get the story right, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So awkward stages, but but yeah. So
wait, we can't. We're gonna brush over Worlds. We didn't even talk about.
No. I was going back. Yeah, I was going back to it.
Well, let me ask a starting question on Worlds then. And this year, unless you guys want to talk about previous ones, but I know we have before. This year, obviously, you were talking about getting mixed up between the different bubbles that you were in. Were there any changes between the two? Did they have any learnings from like what happened with the NWHL, and did they bring anything over to Worlds that where you were like, oh, this is much better? Or was it basically the same thing? You're in your room, people are handing you food, you have a mask leaving, you're with your team once a day or whatever it is. Like, how was that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was also just a very different, like everyone was in a little bit of a different position because a lot more people were vaccinated too. So I think that's that definitely changed, you know, how Worlds went, I think, or I believe it did have an impact. And we did have, when we first got to Canada, we had like an 8-day quarantine. I was alone in my room for 8 days getting food delivered to me, and I actually was going to lose it.
Oh yeah.
It was so awful. I mean, it wasn't, okay, that's a bit dramatic. It wasn't that bad, but like by day 5, I was like, I haven't seen or felt the sunlight in 5 days. There were girls who were literally, there was a window, but you could crack it open about this big, like about an inch
it's like a hospital
wide.
or a hotel window, right?
I was on, the 15th floor. They don't let you open those windows. So
especially when you're in quarantine for 5 days, you might get the urge.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Open it a bit more.
Day 5, and I got 3 more days left. Like, I will squeeze myself through.
Exactly.
So I think that definitely helped. We got tested throughout. We got tested when we were in quarantine. We got tested outside of quarantine, and then same thing, like mask protocol at the rink, social distancing, like all the stuff, like most of the warm-up areas and things like that were all outside, so that was really nice. There was no like inter-team mingling or anything like that, so everything was pretty separated. But I don't even think anyone even tested positive that whole World Championship, so
that's awesome.
We also took a charter flight, which was kind of cool, with like 3 other teams. There was a plane just for us. So we're all sitting in like, it was like Hungary in the front, then us, and then Switzerland, and then Germany. Cool. So we weren't with like the public,
Where did it leave?
I guess.
Were you guys?
We left out of Munich, Germany. So we drove to Munich, and then flew out from there. That probably made a difference too, just because like we knew that we were all tested and we had all kind of been isolated with each other in training camps, like the weeks leading up to the flight. So that probably was a big game changer. But yeah, no one got COVID, I'm pretty sure. And so everything was kind of easy, smooth sailing from there.
Was everybody, so you said that how many teams were on one flight?
4 teams were on my flight. And then there was another charter flight that took Finland and Denmark and maybe Japan. I'm not sure exactly how they arranged the flights, but everyone that was going wasn't flying with like the general public.
So were you and be honest with me, were you like sizing the girls up and kind of like all right, I could take her, and were you shit talking on the plane a little bit?
Yeah, she walked, like a different person walks to the bathroom, you stick out your leg. Oops.
Yeah, sabotage, right?
Tripped you.
Yeah. Like no, they're bringing coffee in, you're like dripping some stuff in their coffee.
Oh, time for fika.
Yeah, exactly. Too bad there were no Swedes there, so yeah, no, none of that. But no, I mean, it was weird. We always comment on like what the other teams are like wearing, because a lot of teams like have like the matching outfits, like when we go to the airport and like wear certain things. So we always comment on like what they're wearing more than anything. I don't know if that's just like a girl's thing or not, but
who had the best drip?
Oh gosh. I don't know if we count, because we were all wearing like matching shirts and like sweatpants. We're getting on an 8-hour flight, like doesn't matter. The Swiss were wearing like white t-shirts and blazers and like dress pants and like nice shoes, and I'm like, damn, that looks
they would.
Wow.
I was like, that just looks uncomfy. They look good, but that looks uncomfy. So I will take my sweatpants and t-shirt any day, thank you. But yeah, no, it's not too much sizing up on the plane. I think most of us were just like, let's just get there and get the quarantine over with. So
that's gonna be a pretty cool experience though, just having like essentially a hockey flight, instead of having like, because you can kind of cut up a little bit more than you normally would, I feel like, or be louder just because it's
yeah. And we had like empty seats between each player, so we're all just like splayed out, just
let's go
shit everywhere.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, so, it was really nice.
I didn't cards going and games.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. How long was that flight?
8 hours.
It was like eight plus hours, like 8.5, maybe going there about 8-ish, coming back. So
that's not too
long.
That's not too
bad. We had like a bus ride.
Oh,
we had a 4-hour bus ride to get to Munich, so that wasn't fun.
Yeah, what's worse, the 8-hour plane ride or bus ride?
Honestly, I think the bus ride.
Yeah,
you just don't have that much space, and there's no flight attendants to being like, hey, do you want a snack or like water? Right. It's just like
you just have the rookies
left. Yeah, the rookies. Yeah,
and they're the worst attendants.
We've got some bananas for you, and that's about it. And you're just like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it.
And some chewy bars.
Yeah, exactly. So I take that plane ride any day.
Yeah. How did the tournament go for you guys?
Kicked ass up until.
And we kicked ass up until we didn't.
Yeah. They literally kicked some ass.
We literally came out of the group. It's I feel like my team always gets a really tough go, because to get out of that group B is so hard where we can win every single game and then lose in the next game, crossing over with the top group. And then if you don't win that game from that point after, where you're just hosed basically. Whereas if you're in group A, you can lose every single game in your group and then cross over, win one game and then stay in your group.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's frustrating. And, you know, that game against Finland's like probably one of the best games the Czech national team has ever played, especially against Finland. Definitely our best showing with them. So, you know, disappointing, but obviously we have like Olympic qualifiers coming up. So kind of just took that as a step forward and, you know, use that as kind of, what am I trying to say? Learn from that situation so that we can be prepared to ultimately qualify for the Olympics, which would be amazing. So kind of thinking of that right now.
So just so everyone knows, their for goals against was 16-3.
That's pretty good.
We were slaying. We were crushing it. Literally, the only goal that Finland scored was the girl coming out of the penalty box, and if we hadn't back checked, she wouldn't have scored. It's like the one time that you don't back, you know, you back check, and then it's like, you know, it's just so unlucky because the girl was busting her butt to catch her, and then it's like, if we had just left her, maybe she wouldn't have scored, but. You know, we had to put the puck in the net and we didn't. So that's, you know, that's what happens. But it was a really great game for us. But yeah, we're looking forward to Olympic qualifiers in November as the host city. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. It's coming up.
Prague.
Dang.
It's gonna be in a town called Chomutov, which is outside of Prague. But you know, it's only about an hour away from where my parents live. So
that's cool.
They're gonna be coming. So that'll be really cool.
Oh yeah, pack in the stands for sure.
Hey, I'm just happy that I remembered that Prague was in the Czech Republic.
Good job.
It's the little things.
Yeah, exactly. The small things. But yeah, so Worlds, Tyler, you got anything else on Worlds? I know you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
I have something on Worlds.
Yeah, the jersey.
Oh, the jerseys are so sweet.
Yeah, the jerseys were great.
Like I don't know. We've talked about it before. The USA could do something so like a screaming eagle or something, but we just have like just a shield.
Same as like you guys. Same as like you guys are idiots.
Screaming eagle. I mean, we got a lion with a puck in its mouth. So I mean,
that's badass though.
It's still badass.
Automatically means we beat out everyone on best jersey. So.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you already start out with 1 goal lead.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Every single game. So.
Extra style points.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the USA could do so much better with their jerseys, man.
Even Canada could too.
Canada. Well,
I mean, I liked Canada's more than the US this year.
Oh, me too.
But
they're still weak though.
Can't you like Canada's jerseys?
No, I liked them.
I didn't see what they looked like.
They're just.
They had a maple leaf, and they kind of had like more of an old school vibe, which I really appreciate.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
No, literally Tim Hortons. That's what it is. Tim Hortons. That's what their jersey was.
Really?
No, it's dead ass serious. Like
that was their sponsor?
No, it just looked like it just had like the
red and white.
Yeah, it looks like a
like
Tim
the
Hortons
coffee cup. Okay,
yep.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Tim Hortons vibes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why Sammy liked it. She's like, I love coffee.
That's true. Yeah. I did order. I Uber eated Timbits to the rink watching the gold medal game. So like I can't say I was like in the parking lot trying to track down my Uber driver. First the Starbucks delivery came and then the Timbits came. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay. So now we're back on coffee. What's your favorite, like what's your go-to like place to get coffee on the go?
In Europe or in the States? That's the real question.
Both. Yeah, both.
Both. In the States, I'm a big Dunkin' girl. This is not sponsored because obviously NWHL was sponsored. So we got like gift cards from Dunkin', and the amount of times I went to Dunkin' was really unhealthy. It was not okay. Like
double fisting.
No, I'm not even joking. I was like, all right, this one cold one for now, like warm one for later. I'll put that one in the microwave. Like it was just not okay. Like easily spent over $200 or like not even a problem. So probably Dunkin' girl back home, and then over here The big things like espresso house, I guess. That's like the big thing in Scandinavia, which is kind of like their Starbucks. Yeah, but nothing compares to my Dunkin' Donuts.
Do you order the same thing over there?
Yeah, most of the time. I keep it simple. I'm not like a big vanilla latte or any kind of flavoring. I'm just like a plain Jane kind of girl.
Connor's kind of like the
black coffee.
So pumpkin spice latte for Connor, like it is season for him.
I'm not gonna lie though, it does have my heart.
She's like, actually, I do like them.
I do like those on occasion.
I've never had one, but I would try one. I would
not try one. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm not into pumpkin. The thought of it is no. I'm out.
But it's not even black pumpkin. Coffee, it's more like spices, like kind of
cinnamon.
Something. Yeah.
Like chai or something.
Not even that strong though.
Oh
no. Chai's good. I like a chai latte.
Oh, see, I don't like chai.
Chai's good too.
I just like a caramel macchiato, just caramel, vanilla, and some espresso.
I'm an easy guy. All right, caramel macchiato.
I just like 17 different things pumped into my coffee.
It's two things. It's just
I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much as long as the skim milk is there and low fat.
It's at the right temperature.
Yeah. 101.5.
And if it's not, I send it back.
If it's not, I send it back. Exactly.
And it's a 1-star review on Yelp. So other than that,
what easy. Sammy, what's your order when you go to Dunkin'?
Oh, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, it's called it was an iced coffee, but it was a specific roast. They had this like new sunrise roast or something that just tasted so good. Iced coffee with like some sort of non-dairy milk, usually like oat milk or like almond milk.
I'm on that train.
Intolerant people. Yeah, well, it just tastes better, and my stomach cannot handle normal milk, so we just go with anything non-dairy.
So you don't get any donuts there?
Oh no, I'll still indulge in a donut as long as I'm not drinking milk, though. Yeah, no, I pick and choose my battles with lactose intolerance.
I feel you.
Like I'll take a couple lactates and slam some pizza. And I'll deal with the stomach ache later, but like Jets,
the battle is lost, but the war is won.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. When I bite into that Jets pizza, my goodness.
But then you'll go to Dunkin' and be like, oh my god, I cannot have any milk in my coffee.
Oh yeah, I'm like, how dare you? I'm not going to take a lactate for this.
Exactly.
All right, what's your go-to Timbit?
Oh gosh, I don't eat enough Timbits to know, honestly. I just say, give me all of them and I'll eat them.
Oh yeah, you got to get the variety.
No, I don't like the raspberry filled ones, dude. Get that shit out of here.
Really?
Dude,
I like them all.
Yeah.
No, not the raspberry filled ones.
Like Pokemon, mate. You got to catch them all.
I wish they made little Bavarian cream ones. That'd be fucking delicious.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Everyone's
send them an email.
Exactly. Everyone's on board with the Bavarian cream Timbits. I don't know why they don't make them. Tim Hortons, Bavarian cream.
Or you could do it and just trademark it, copyright it, and sell it. That's the only thing you sell.
I come in. Would you like to buy my Bavarian cream Timbits?
Yeah,
sir, get out. We told you this like 10 times.
But they can't be called Timbits. They have to be called something else.
Dustin Bits.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it does sound bad. We'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah. So, two quick questions for you, Sammy. So I saw the TikTok that you made for the different tape jobs.
Like my god, yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was a good
one. What tape job are you? Are you the psychopath?
Shocking, but no. I'm just like basic. Honestly, no, it's so bad. When I was younger, I used to be super neurotic about it. At this point, I'm like, just throw something on there and just whatever's fastest and easiest. I don't even change my tape like after I don't change it at all. Like I'm so lazy to the point where I just don't care anymore. Like I will leave that stuff on until it is falling off. So it's just like, I just stopped caring. But if I do tape my stick, and when I do, it's just basic, like all the way to the mummy all the way to the top, and just call it a day.
Yeah. Does anybody that you know actually do the birthday suit? Like the
Not
no tape?
Anyone I know. No, thank God.
Have you seen the people that just do the strip? Yeah. Like the one strip of tape?
Yep, or like just like 2 wraps in the middle or something. I'm like,
David Pasternak.
How?
Ugliest TJ I've ever seen.
And yesterday we were playing a team called in Gothenburg, which is to the west of the country. And this one girl had like the zebra on her, like my teammate came up to me and goes, that girl literally has her stick taped like the zebra you did. I was like, that was fully a joke, but now I'm concerned.
Was it different colors too?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just like white tape wrapped, but like just like little strips, like
they probably candy canned it too.
Strips. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on? So that was weird. Didn't think people actually did that.
No, so the only one I haven't seen was the psychopath one. Well, I haven't seen the I forgot the scissors one. That was great. But
yeah.
So but yeah, I don't get how some people can do like the just the toe, that one, just like I don't understand.
How do you pass the puck? I don't know. How do you catch a pass? I don't know.
Yeah.
I already have enough trouble with that.
It's like I need all the help I can get. Yeah,
exactly. I might need 2 sticks. I don't know.
Don't they make some of the sticks now with like that, like it's like a rough, the blade is like rough, like a sandpaper-ish kind of.
It's still supposed to be taped though. Yeah.
No, it's still, yeah, but it's like, it's better than like the old graphite ones where, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm with you guys though.
Yeah.
I need all the tape I can get.
Another question. Do you bring your guitar on the road? Because we haven't seen.
No.
You don't?
So sad. Well, so it was sad because when I moved to Sweden, like I couldn't bring all the stuff that I wanted to bring with me.
Oh.
So RIP, my guitar stayed. I have a guitar in Prague and one in the States, so both of them had to stay, unfortunately.
I would have left my hockey bag. Like I brought my guitar.
You would have just been like, brought my guitar. Oh,
I'm a musician now.
Yeah, I'm a traveling musician. I actually come to play pregame songs for you guys. I don't play.
Like
my contract score.
But for anyone who's listening, should follow Sammy, because when she posts stories of songs and stuff like that, it's very, very nice to hear. Very talented.
And she's TikTok famous. And she's TikTok famous too. So.
Oh God. That's like my worst nightmare when I came to my new team. I'm like, please God, I hope no one finds my TikTok. Literally like the second day, they're like, oh my God, I saw your TikTok. I'm like, no.
What do you think?
It's like one of those. It's like one of those accounts. It's like if you know me, you don't. Like, don't find me.
Don't find me.
Exactly.
So how was Go ahead, Tyler.
I was just going to say, it's one of those things that you don't want to bring it up. You wait till they bring it up and then you talk about it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Exactly that.
So you've been in Sweden. So how's so far so good? You enjoying the hockey league over there?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really cool to play on like the big sheet of ice here. It's definitely like a different, different style.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I stepped out into our because we play in the same rink as the men's team does, and it is huge. And I stepped out.
Did I get smaller?
Well, I was like, oh shit, now I actually gotta like move my legs and like I gotta actually like skate a lot, to get from the blue line into the red line. I'm like, oh man, like I don't remember it being this far away. Like so it's been really cool, and the team's awesome and the coaches are awesome, and it's been a really cool experience so far.
Is there like we didn't ask about like language barrier or anything like that. Do they so do you speak Swedish, or do they kind of like, what do they do?
So a lot of Swedes actually speak English. Like I can probably get around everywhere being able to speak English here, which is really cool.
That's nice.
Like my coaches can speak English. A lot of my teammates, we all speak English. So, sometimes some people's English is better than others, but you can totally get by speaking English in most parts of this country, which is really cool. So I'd like to learn some Swedish, but it is kind of a hard language just because like pronunciation and things. But it's super easy to get by just speaking English.
Is it true that it's easier to learn another language after you already know like another one? Like I've always heard
I don't know, but I wish it was like that. I hope it's like that because then it'd be really easy. It'd be much easier for me. But
yeah, I don't know. I think that I heard that that's the case. At one point, because in college I remember like in my Spanish class, once you learn this language, it's easier to learn other languages. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know.
You just unlock a portion of your brain and then it just
maybe
it's all good from there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not how it goes for me. I'll tell you that. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Connor, anything? No. Anybody?
Oh, are you asking me specifically?
Yeah, just in general.
Oh, okay. I was like, am I supposed to have something?
No.
I was like, did I ask you a question before that I was supposed to bring up? I don't remember.
No. Just curious. You've been quiet. Me and Ty have been talking over here, so I wanted to lead the floor to you if you had something.
I'm listening and talking, man.
So what's your favorite team to play against in Sweden, or what's your favorite place to travel to?
Oh gosh, I mean, we haven't gone to Stockholm yet, but honestly, any team we play against is pretty cool because we have so many, because it's an Olympic year, so many girls wanted to stay in Europe to play. So like I have a Czech teammate on almost every single team in the league. So it's really cool to like play against them and like shoot the shit with them after the games and things like that. So like a couple of the upcoming games that we have, like one of my best friends plays on the team, and then another girl who I played with in college is on a team in Stockholm. I haven't seen her in like 3 years, so I'm going to see her for the first time and play against her, and I'm just genuinely so scared because she's going to rock my shit on the ice. So
keep your head up.
yeah. So it's really cool because there's like a lot of people I know in the league. So, and you know, because I haven't played any of the teams really before, it's kind of like a new adventure anytime, a big surprise, see what you get. You know, some teams will hit you from behind and like almost kill you on the boards, and some teams, you know, you never know, you're getting blown by because someone's really fast because they're on the Finnish national team. So
there's a lot of ice.
It's like exactly. So it's been really cool, and just like every game's a different kind of surprise, I guess.
So you mentioned a lot of the girls stayed in Europe because of the upcoming Olympic trials, I guess, or Olympic however you want to put it. Is that why you stayed in Europe?
Yeah, so that was a big reason why I didn't go back to NWHL, was because when we have camps and things like that, and especially, you know, if we do qualify, I would be back and forth between, you know, I'd be flying from the States instead of from Sweden, and just, you know, time difference, things like that. So it just kind of made more sense logistically. And also the Swedish league has breaks built into their schedule for the Olympic qualifiers and for the Olympics. So like we only have one game in February because of the Olympics. And that way the league doesn't get all screwed up, because like literally 80% of the players would be leaving to go play for their national teams. So it just kind of made more sense, basically.
Yeah.
To be in Sweden. So yeah.
Are there any like rivalries? I know you said you're newer to the SDHL, right? Yeah. So are there any like rivalries like with your team and another, or is it kind of?
It's all pretty evenly matched, but I would say that the biggest rivalry is against us and a team in the north of Sweden called Luleå, which is the team that this team lost against to last year in the finals. So that's always a very big rivalry. And that was the first game of our season, which was a rough game to, you know, a rough way to start the season, you know, just like in general, play against your rival, like in a new place. But it was super fun. They've got some really talented players. So, you know, fingers crossed that's like who we want to be meeting in the finals again, or, you know, whoever comes our way. We're just, you know, we want to take, our goal this year is to win the league. So whoever comes our way, we're just going to, you know, try and do our best. But definitely are one of the rivals for sure.
Now, have you played against Djurgården yet?
We played them in an exhibition game.
How did he do with that pronunciation? Out of 10?
Not terrible. I'd say like
not
solid 8, 7.
Oh wow, that's nice.
No, who was on? Who do we have on from that team?
Who did we?
Yeah, someone.
Dom played there.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to think. Someone. We had someone else in the Swedish league. I was trying to remember who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious if you played there, because now we have two different, you know, two different areas in the Swedish league, which is pretty cool.
We played them in an exhibition game, and I think we play them this upcoming week too. Actually, they're coming to us, so
nice.
That was a good game too. So it's all pretty competitive. So.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the compete level. Is it like is it a higher level than like what you would say the NWHL was, or is it?
Yeah, I was curious about that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because obviously both leagues every year will change depending on who's getting drafted into the league. From my experience, I would say it's about the same level. Obviously it makes a difference in terms of like the style of play because we are on a bigger sheet of ice, but
yeah,
I think maybe individually there is definitely some really great players from like Division I schools in the NWHL, but there's also a lot of really, really great international players who play on the world stage or like world level in this league. So I say it's pretty evenly matched. So it was really, really cool to join and see kind of like the comparison between the two, especially on the different sheets of ice and things. So yeah.
Is that the biggest difference in the style of play? Is that like, in the NWHL, you are on a smaller sheet, so it's more kind of like you run into each other a little bit more and you kind of have to focus on skill. Whereas would you say that over in Europe, it's more like speed?
Yeah, there's a lot of speeds and like, especially like really quick. A lot of teams try and use like a quick counter attack too, because the ice is so big. So it's hard to kind of keep, it's hard to kind of keep like, you want to be pushing everyone to the outside, but it's a long distance from the middle of the ice to the board. So, defensively speaking, I feel like a lot of it's like making plays off the rush because it is hard to defend in zone if the team spreads the play out a lot. So yeah, a lot of teams try and use their speed to kind of get the puck rushing up the ice, which is a pain for me to defend against. Yeah, new skates definitely came in handy for that this year. I was like, oh sheesh, like I gotta really haul butt to get up the ice so far away.
Yeah, so. I mean, people don't really realize. I guess like the fringe hockey fan wouldn't really. I think they would vastly underestimate the true difference between, like a 80 by what's a normal sheet, 40 by
90?
80. I don't know. This is really bad. I feel like we should know this, but either way, like a regular sheet and an Olympic sheet are way different. You could even tell like on TV, it doesn't do it justice. Like you have to literally be on the ice to know the true difference.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is it's the space behind the net. So like from the boards to the back of the net, and then the slot area, like off the hash marks on the outside of the circle. And then even for forwards getting to the defenseman on the blue line, like from being at the top of the circle to get to the blue line.
Yeah.
It's like you're leaving, like anybody can skate around the top of the circle for a shot in the slot, but they can also have to, like the forwards also have to be on the D-man that's like 20 feet away now rather than like 10 feet away. So it's tough.
So,
So
an Olympic sheet is 98.4 feet by 197 feet. And an NHL sheet is 85 by 200.
85 by 200. Yeah. Okay.
So you're actually only gaining 13 feet width, which is actually quite a bit.
It's big in the corners as a defenseman too. Like it's nice to have like a little bit more space to like move and evade the forechecker, but at the same time, it's like also much harder to pin someone because there's so much space for them to move in. So it's kind of, it's definitely a bit of an adjustment, but I mean, I like it. I like the pace of play. So it's been cool.
Well, if you win a battle in the corner, like on a regular sheet, you take a couple steps and you're like firing it on net. You have like a mile to go after you win a battle in the corner on an Olympic sheet.
And a long pass to the D if you're trying to get it up there too. That's gotta be a hard pass.
Oh yeah. But well, guys, do you guys have any anything else?
No, we're just gonna have to check in with you when it gets closer to the Olympic time and after the season.
Yeah, thank you so